Hello. Today, I am going to be playing Timberborn because it's a fun game. I haven't played it in, I think, at least a year. It was definitely before the badwater update that was added that has a toxic liquid. I have a little bit of an idea of how it works, but I've played like a little bit, not a ton. I don't know. Oh yeah, Settlement 2 is how I named it. Yeah, I only got like a little bit into it. But I'm gonna make a new start. Normal folktales. I think I'd use this one every time. And like I don't know how these other ones work. So it's probably my best interest to try out, I guess, plains. It has a clear badwater system. Oh, I guess all of them do now. Because this, I think, used to be a fully clear lake. I mean, obviously there was no bad water in it. So it's different than it used to be. I'm gonna stick with normal because I'm not good at the game. I could go easy, but I think it's a fairly relaxing game to play. Once you get to the point where you're not at a risk of starving or your beavers starving or your beavers dying of dehydration. And it's just kind of fun to build dams and such. Steve. I just need something. Okay. I don't remember controls. Oh wait, no. I guess this is one that I've done every single time. I thought the default would have been the first one. But this is the one that I've done several times. Or twice. And I always build a water wheel here, build a bridge across here. I would always try to build a dam there. So that this whole thing would stay. There would be water there during the summer and droughts. But now this exists. And that changes a lot. But I'll stick with this area. I'll just have to adjust. It's been long enough that I will leave the tutorial stuff in place. I want this... Did they change the size of the lumberjack flags? I don't think they would, but... They want me to place 2 of them. I want a lumberjack up there as well. This might not be the best way to do it, but... Then they have to go, those have to get built. But now it's just gonna be a bunch of progress for a little bit. I need to figure out... It's been too long, so I can't remember how all this works. But I should get a gathering flag. Yeah, I really need it on the left here. I can place another one later. But for now, I'll build that. I need to place paths, I guess. I will adjust paths as necessary later. Nothing to do. I have to set tree cutting area. I do also want to chop this stuff because real estate near the water is valuable. This can sit for now. I'm just building that because I needed 2. So I probably should have built it here, actually. That was probably a bad idea. Nope, not flag. Connect them. Mark trees. Water pump. Probably don't want it here. It's probably best in this area. But I need to... I'm pretty sure I need to mark. Do I not have to mark these? Do they actually do it automatically? I mean, clearly not. Ah, they're not sitting there, so maybe they are harvesting. Right here? No. I was pretty sure I had to mark those. Wait, no, yeah, they're just sitting here. They're not harvesting. Do I have to mark it? Also, visually, I want this. This is a fun game. I enjoy there's certain parts that I really don't understand, like districts. I've never played it long enough to really need multiple districts. I've set them up, and then it felt like I was probably doing it wrong. But, like, you have to get a district. Like, if you wanted to work over here, you'd have to set up a district, because otherwise it's too far from the center. Do I need a storage location? Let's only start with one. I thought I built a path. Guess I didn't. Oh, they do automatically? That's good. Okay. So I will have this guy start clearing the trees down here. You know, let's just clear out the dead trees. Do that first. And then a bunch down at the bottom. I don't think there's any reason to keep live trees. You just have to get a lumberjack? Not lumberjack. A forester to plant stuff. But to get a forester, you need research. To research, you need science, which needs an inventor. I don't know if I should get I don't think I should rush for an inventor. I think the last times I've played, I've made sure to rush to build a levee as fast as I could. Because I think a dam is not what I want. Oh no, it allows them to pass. Yeah, it is the dam that I want to build across. So that there's enough of a water buildup here that you can last for a lot longer. I don't know if it's efficient. This is what I think I did every time the couple times that I played. Well, the first time I tried, I died because I didn't appropriately plan. Okay, this is just for spacing. That's gonna go there, so I need to draw the path here. Really, I should probably have put the flag here. I enjoy this type of game. I'm very bad at them, but how many idle... So you have 3 that are unemployed, that means that they're idle. That... Yeah, out of the 8 adults. So one more here. Oh, that's a lantern, okay. Beavers are fun animals. And beavers... Okay, that's actually kind of... National things of countries are all funny. Like, I think the beaver is the national animal. But it's like... Lacrosse is the national sport. And that's relatively surprising. You know, let's build the path. Just preemptively. This is higher priority though. And this is slightly lower. Can I? No, I can't. But I can change priority. I think there's a drag. Oh, that looks better because I'm not in that. I thought there was a prioritization system. This one. This will be slightly higher priority. This is built. Needs more wood though. I can't remember the timings. That's neat. I think this might be new. At least that button. I don't know if this has changed how it's laid out. Okay, so I have 8 logs that are just sitting there. What are the 2 unemployed beavers do? In houses too. I have 12 beavers, so I need at least 4 houses. This is probably not going to be efficient. How important is sleep? Well-being gives increased speed. I can't... It's a stat somewhere. Whatever, I'll just focus. I'll just let them sleep outside for the night. Let's go double speed. It's kind of... I should probably not be looking away. I should probably be being productive, but... The whole, like, the water comes out of these rocks is pretty funny. The bad water comes out of these sources. Why do we have to clean up the human's mess? Oh right, they're all dead. Any other... These have commentary probably? The pump's been built, good. That's important. Already have the gatherer flag. I need to build a farmhouse. I'm lost. Okay. I always end up building a farmhouse right here. Do I let this get prioritized? Probably not. I probably shouldn't. So, what I always end up doing, I build a water wheel right here, which means that I need a little bit of space to work with. So if I place the farmhouse further up, it's not that bad. Like putting the farmhouse there wouldn't be too bad. I imagine there's some flaw with that. Maybe here though. I want it to be aesthetically decent. I think as long as there's water in the river, this will be safe. Yeah, they're out of water. Which makes me think maybe I want a second water pump. So -3 from well-being. Oh, yeah, that's what I said. I succeeded on unlocking them. Oh, hello. I've been feeling like playing other stuff, so playing this. I'm not very good at it, but it's a... I don't know what It's a colony sim called Timberborn. I think would be labeled a city builder colony sim, yeah, where all the characters are beavers. So like they're all just little beavers. They don't have houses, so they're sleeping outside because I haven't built them houses. But I've played it a few times. I'm not very good at it. Let's prioritize this for a bit. Yeah, I don't know optimal anything, but it's fun enough. Like, manipulating the flow of water is really neat to me. And it's beavers, like... Who doesn't like beavers? What am I doing? Okay, I need to figure out layout for crops. Yeah. Oh, I imagine like, I imagine like telephone companies might not like them if they act. I think, I don't know if beavers chew on telephone poles. I know that there are some rodents, like large rodents, that chew on infrastructure like that. And like, you know, I can understand not being a fan of that, but they're still great. They're still beavers. I don't... Oh, can sunflowers be cooked? Do sunflowers need to be cooked? Okay. Well, there's even another group. Actually, I could probably show it right here. There's another group of beaver types that are iron teeth that are kind of... They aren't robots, but they replicate via cloning tanks for some reason. So it's definitely a little bit past the Iron Age. But it's such a fun setup for a game. I've never tried them because, to my understanding, oh, I haven't played the game that much. Oh, no good selected. What? Oh, yeah, that's because past the... I guess it would probably be past with a T, like, because past the has like past the point of no return. Like, they have passed would be SSED. Probably. It's such a language. I should probably build houses. Feels rude to not build them. That's enough for 12. Yeah, it's language. Oh. Because earlier I was to myself thinking about national animals of Canada and how lacrosse is the national sport. Yeah. Lacrosse is the national sport, but men's and women's lacrosse are apparently very different. And it apparently has something to do with how lacrosse was played by schoolgirls in the UK or something. So they couldn't be as aggressive. But yeah. Like, women's lacrosse, they don't wear helmets. Men's lacrosse, they do. Like, they just wear stuff to protect their eyes. It's very interesting, because I know nothing about lacrosse. It's a national sport of Canada. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play lacrosse in my entire life. It's honestly probably less popular than ringette, which is like hockey, but different. Is it day 7 that I get the water disappears? I have 3 unemployed beavers. I mean, that's an easy fix. Yeah. Such a weird sport. I can't remember what the mechanic is. I don't know if I have to clear these manually or not. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Be back soon. Okay, there's plenty of water. 22. It should be fine. What's the berries are full. They're working. I need this to get built. More wood and that will be done, and then I should have enough water for the first drought. Oh wait, this is a pine tree. Maybe I don't want to chop those down. No, they're all pine, that's fine, okay. Oh. It's been so long. I thought you had forgotten. Ooh, they're all about to die of hunger. Well. The beavers are running low on berries. Except for the fact that this was full not that long ago. And they're almost out of food. Because I haven't built a farmhouse. Yeah, they'll be fine. Hopefully. I could probably just build another gatherer flag actually, and I'd be totally fine. That's probably worth it. But the farmhouse has been built so they can now sow seeds. Oh, they want a ton of carrots. Where'd they instantly get assigned to? Okay, now I have that there. Yes. The harvests will be it will be harsh before they can get their, I don't know, weekly harvest. Food takes 4 days, 5 days to be harvested. I need a lot of carrots. I made a 5x5, 6x6. That's 36. I need a ton more carrots, I guess. Oh, the symmetry's gonna bug me here. This one little sapling. Like, these types of games. Oh, too many. Oh, wait, no, this is counting those, isn't it? These types of games are always interesting to me, but I have a habit of playing them for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours in one go, and then not playing them again, and then I can't pick up where I left off. I'm gonna try to avoid doing that, but like the water is so interesting, I think, because you can block stuff off so they don't drown when there's a drought. This badwater stuff I don't really know a lot about. Happy beavers. Why are they happy? Oh, they have housing. I probably need more housing, but I want to wait for the tall versions. It's definitely one of the more... Oh, wait, I need to research... Yes. They will prosper for untold ages. And they have, it's such a funny... They have like a dance hall, carousel, mud bath. There's so much silly stuff that they include. Hedges. Oh yeah, there's bots. There's autonomous robots apparently. And then there's oil refineries, except it's combining carrots with water to produce biofuel. Oops. That would be pretty good. Yeah. It's just a primitive beaver. Yeah, no different then. It's totally different. Totally not horrific. No, it would be a fun image, a giant beaver. I think the robots they make are beaver shaped, which is kind of fun too. One is unemployed, so I can put one more here. Yeah, you get boats pulled by beavers too. They could be more advanced aquatic. Not aquatic. It's like I think duck boats is a term. That drive and then can drive into the water. Amphibious, that's the word. Easy amphibious vehicles because they're powered by beavers. Medium warehouse carrots, medium warehouse berries. Should make one more. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. You could also be, I don't know. Something in my mind makes the idea of like a gorilla. A gorilla is different. Like it's not the same relation, but the image of a gorilla pulling a carriage is a lot less aggressive. So I mean, if it's like a giant beaver, it would, in my head, it seems less cruel. But maybe that's a problem. Because I shouldn't view them as different just because they're bigger. Yeah. Just like people care for horses. They'd treat them reasonably well. I don't think beavers live to the age of 40. If I search beavers age, the first thing that comes up is a Scouts Canada thing about like a Scouts group called beavers. Wild beavers are expected to live to 8 to 10. They can live up to 15. So yeah, they don't really live to the age of 40. Oh, 41. Wait. It's been like a few days. Build inventor, but I need to build more lodges. Actually, I don't have those yet, so I have to build them near here. Yeah. They have better medicine. Actually, they do have medicine. Somewhere. There's a medicine hut. Which is pretty impressive. They have a grindstone for their teeth. Medical bed. They have a little resting place called a Lido. I don't know if those are a real concept. Lido Beach Resort. Lido Swimming Pool. Cool. You learn something from Beaver Colony Sim games every day. Okay, I really need the forester. But I only have 0 science because I have no one working here. Good. I think I'd be scared of technologically advanced beavers. Like, I think finding a society of beavers that have advanced enough to build robots, I think I'd be worried. Might be unfair though. Though I imagine they would probably justifiably hate people. Water wheel. messed up. Yeah, just a bunch of beavers exploring for territory to eat all the trees. It would be very worrying. Now you can't communicate this easily, but Beaverx or Beaverx? Just spelling it with an X. Beavers. Yeah. Oh yeah, Xeno. Beavers. Oh, space beavers. I think it'd be very... Yeah. Is it 2 weeks till the first drought? Surprised. I actually don't need this path here, do I? I seem to get close enough. Yeah, that would be dangerous. Beavers show up. Although, I wonder if there's any advanced creatures that wouldn't be terrifying. I get your zebras. They all play the xylophone. A xylophone made of beaver teeth? Definitely not made of beaver teeth, I'm just... The image of beaver teeth is just... distinct. Yeah. Special crystals found in, like, amongst the roots of trees. Because, I don't know, magic alien beavers. Yeah. They'd be very industrious. Very efficient. What's wrong with this guy? Oh, broken teeth. There's something about the words broken teeth that don't really sit well. It's just quite unpleasant. It's just not like a good picture in my mind. Like, I could put this here. Oh, that's too far away. Let's build it. Oh no, I need to build a Lido somewhere, probably over here. So I want to expand the farms. Yeah, let's build the campfire here. It's inefficient design-wise, but it's kind of fun. It's like... Ah, drought. Okay, 3 days. It's on day 15. Like, the beaver's teeth constantly grow? All of those types constantly grow is kind of interesting. Why can't I subtract? So it's Ukana. Okay, I guess I'll just fire them that way. Wet fur. Oh. Oh. Never worry about finding a fork. Oh, not lumber mills already. I can't do that. Yeah, it's no problem. I need to destroy all this stuff. Just demolish all that so it gets out of my way. I probably should build another farmhouse. Set one to harvest, one to planting. But I could just manually. Away. Yeah. I've had one thing stuck in my head this whole week, and it's the Muppets. Well, the Muppets and Looney Tunes for some reason. I don't know what started, but like something made me think about one of them, and then that made me think about the other. Very specific in the sort of old media that I would have watched a while ago. It's like, I don't know the general appeal of the Muppets. I don't know how universally beloved or hated they are. It's just a kid. Yeah, it's a kid. Interesting. Still need this to be cleared. No unemployed. Any more houses? A couple of these. Yeah. This makes it seem like you don't know them. Like, there's definitely... Looney Tunes definitely has had cartoons that did not age well. I think that's objective fact. I don't know if the Muppets haven't aged well in some ways, but... I just have had... YouTube has been consistently recommending like they do mixes where it's like a list of songs, and it consistently is recommending Rainbow Connection from the 1979 Muppets movie, and it will recommend it basically every day. And I almost want to watch it every day. 'Cause it's a very pleasant song. Lumber mill, power the lumber mill. to build it facing this way. Build it there. Okay, so I can build directly over stumps without clearing them. That's good. Well, that's cool. That's a lot of stats there. 60. Not ruin. Oh, that is a very good image. With the, as it goes down, the tail sticks up into the air, slapping down. It is I do like that. Actually, on the topic of whales, because my parents had been out at a vacation for the last few weeks, and they got video of humpback whales, which whales appearing in the distance from the water is like peak. What? I cannot pronounce this word. Thalassophobia. There's too many THs and S's for me to pronounce it well. I'm gonna put it here because I cannot pronounce that properly. I do not know how to pronounce that word. I think it's mostly like, I believe I have a little bit of a lisp. Not much, but enough that too many THs and S's can become, to me, it doesn't feel clear enough. Like that, or not that, like it, sat, and that can sort of sometimes slip up a bit. It's never been an issue, but thalassophobia is just a very awkward word. Here's the image. Oops. Oh no, the water. And now it's fine because of the dam. Floodgates. With adjustable floodgates. Okay. This doesn't have the wood, the planks, because I don't have production of planks. This guy's fine. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, this is weird. The power wheel. They have mouse wheels, but for beavers. Now picturing powering a giant spaceship with a beaver running in a wheel is pretty funny. Okay, do I have to... I can do this, right? Oops, it's on the right. Like there's... I haven't watched it. I will never watch it, but the somewhat talked about and somewhat, I can say, derided Rebel Moon movies. I've basically just seen stuff talking about them, and the second one having there were people shoveling coal on like a interplanetary spaceship for some reason. Just the idea of powering spaceships with basic, simplistic means like that is pretty funny. Okay, I need this to be higher priority. So I probably don't need to put the minus, I just need to apply prioritization on the ones that I need. It needs planks, which means this needs to be processed. How much wood do I have? 30. Okay, I have plenty of wood. Get that, then I can build this. With this I can build new trees, which means that I need to... I can't remember. Max power, because no motion, so I won't actually get planks until the drought's over. That's fine. Okay. Wow. I mean, technically, if you're powering a spaceship with a animal running in a wheel, it is powered by food and water. It's just the animal's the engine. It's the conversion. Okay, 9-1, 12-2, 24-4, 28-6, 38, 15, 7.5, 3.75. 14, 4 and a bit, 6. Yeah, I should make oaks. Do you mean like living? Like ships that are in some manner or another alive? Like... Okay, yeah, like the ship itself is alive, not like... do you know... have you watched any, or do you care about modern Doctor Who at all? I don't even know how popular Doctor Who is anymore. Okay, I'll just mention there was one of the episodes was a ship that was basically being pulled by a space whale. You're talking more all the components are alive, less the propulsion is alive, right? It's a fun concept, I think, to think about, like, oh, wait, I don't have enough housing for my beavers. Whoops, sorry, beavers. Yeah, and you like, you live inside of it? I don't think I would be able to do that. I think living inside of a living creature would make me uncomfortable. But, like... with enough of an emergency. Any more housing? Yeah, let's build another lodge for now. Temporary lodging. Lower priority. I think it's like an interesting idea thinking about. Oh, wait. Would you happen to know like D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons and the world of it, and like the recent-ish Baldur's Gate 3 game? Cuz that has a sort of like that, like in the intro cutscene, there's like the main antagonisty people pilot like a, I don't know if it might be called a nautiloid, and it's sort of modeled after a like a nautilus with like the spiral shell and the like tentacle sort of front, like a sort of snail thing, but they live inside it, and they've built like structures within. It sort of has a specific, it's, I think it's not space travel, but it sort of fits the living ship aesthetic a little, in a way that in the context is not as initially unpleasant, because it's like a shell. Living in the shell of something. Oh, yeah. Well, it does tear rifts in space, I think. In that context, it can travel through dimensions and whatever, because it's Dungeons and Dragons. The water should be coming back. Apparently they're reworking the water soon, so that it's maybe a little bit better than this. Like, a turtle. Well, I mean, a turtle, the shell is part of its body. There probably isn't much space, but like, something like that could be a little bit less off-putting in my mind. Something that might have a little bit of potential for space. Hope I don't get... It doesn't flood. It shouldn't flood. It should be fine. Yeah, it gets really close to overflowing, but it worked. Well, there is the like walking around on it and such, but like I can, in a fictional perspective, I can think about it from the stance of it being like a symbiotic relationship. Like there's birds that live on the backs of buffalo. They're helpful, but they can sort of coexist in an appropriate manner. Like I can imagine that sort of scenario where humans or beavers have a symbiotic relationship. It's just hard to picture a symbiotic relationship that is also, I would say, comfortable for humans. I mean, humans, I don't think humans as a collective group would be able to do that type of stuff in an appropriate manner. Like, eventually they would take it too far. I say that as if I'm not a human, but because I'm a robot. Beep boop. But Litos are 250. But I wonder what. Actually, is it an orthocone? This ancient squid adjacent creatures that have like long conical sections. Like if there was a creature that could have that, but it was hollow for the intention of like supporting a colony of whatever that helped it. I think the existence of a shell would be very important. A shell, the shell type thing is important. It couldn't be a fleshy creature. Oh. I guess I do need to keep in mind that if it's in space, it's not going to be moving around at all like anything on Earth actually would, so it could be anything. I'm thinking too much about Earth-based propulsion, and like a squid-based movement wouldn't work in space. So I guess like any hypothetical could be interesting. It's full, isn't it? No, it's not. I guess the only challenge... Yeah, you need something to propel it. The only challenge that I can think of with... arthropods is where people would stay. It's basically just a question of that. It could probably be even something simple though. I mean, it's not like the shells of animals actually have space either. Let's move this down in priority. Picturing a giant scorpion moving its way along through the air, sort of walking in space. It's a funny image to me. So I need stairs and I need platforms. Oh yeah. Beetle's a pretty good image. Ah, beetles are very general. There's so many different types. Yeah. I have to say though, when you mentioned the the brain being altered, it made me think of how people have made like remote control cockroaches or something. Like, and there might even be sets, like sets that could be bought. Though whether it's actually, I can't remember the like, it was a while ago. Japanese, that's not a good picture. That's definitely useless. 2022 Madagascar cockroaches. Yes, there's some article about Japanese scientists create remote-controlled cyborg cockroaches. It's very odd. Yeah, I do kind of agree. The only reason that I'm not aggressively repulsed by the idea is because cockroaches creep me out, which isn't fair. Like if I see a cockroach running across the floor, I will swing a shoe at it. So it's kind of not fair to them, but it is definitely not a nice thing to do to a living creature. And it really, I don't know. I don't know what practical application there could possibly be for remote control cyborg cockroaches. Wait. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. Okay. I should probably plant more sunflower seeds. Okay, this can be inefficient. I'm gonna accept this inefficiency for the sake of aesthetics. So that can. I don't cancel that. Oh, I'll have to look once I figure out how to design. That's a cool. Actually using radio waves. Though there is like a lot of interesting questions around how birds can navigate. Like whether it's due to magnet, like the poles of the earth and stuff, but oh, I'm so paused. Brittle star. Yeah, like they might have bits of, it might be thought that they have bits of metal, not metal in that same sense, but like they can tell direction based on the magnetic field. Oh, actually, I believe I heard on a podcast that's reasonably trustworthy that there is a group of people who from birth give directions based on like north, south, east, and west, and they always know which way is north. Like, Like, there's a lot of very niche groups. I don't know how to search it, but there's also an island somewhere where people refer to everything as uphill or downhill based on like the mountain that would be at the center of the island. Now, I can't necessarily... Guguyamithir. Guguyamithir tribe. I should be paying a little more attention for a second though. That's fine. Those can sit unoccupied for a bit. I wanna... Oh! And this Guguyamithir tribe is the source language for the word kangaroo, apparently. According to Wikipedia. And their source is a ABC news piece, it seems. Like, yeah, hypothetical example based on that. Let's go to search. University of California. Cool. So at least this specific UC San Diego has done research on brittle stars and about the radio waves. Now, I don't really have the time to read this article. Well, I could probably read it, but that would be a lot of just reading an article while I'm trying to lead these beavers to prosperity. Maybe I abandon the gatherer flag for a bit. Focus on that for a little. Get a little bit more research going. Farmhouses are down one each, that's fine. Oh, wait, no. 2 empty lumberjack flags, that's not an issue. Polonistas. That's funny. Genus of predatory sea snail. I will search it. I will not look into it right now, but leave it there for now. I mean, that's a large group of... It's a genus of predatory sea snails. Which actually... I think one of the first animals that really scared me as a kid was a type of snail. I can't remember what it was called. It's probably not a dart snail. That's not what it would be called. Oh, no, that's not what I want to search. That's not the snail info that I need. Wait, it might... Oh, it might be a... Might be a type of... Like, the one that I'm seeing is cone snail, which might be... It might be the same thing. It might just be something that makes one of those. But the cone snail might be more general term. What's a common name? Yeah. Like, I don't remember what I was reading, but I was like, oh, cone snail. In my head, as like a, I don't know, 5 or 6 year old, I was like, oh, if I go for a walk on the beach, they'll attack me. If I step near it, it'll attack me and I'll die. But not really. Though, to my understanding, they are still... You don't want to step on them. It's a building demolish, not a resource. But yeah, it's sort of the fun blowing things out of proportion as a child. Where you're like, oh, this is going to be a much more dangerous thing, and I'm going to have to actually think about this. Oh, wait, I have 240, that's good. So, I need stairs. I definitely need double platforms, or is it triple? Let's make the housing first. Or do I want triple lodge? Okay, this is centered. This is off. I think I actually want double lodges. Oh, actually, yeah, this is... It costs more than 50% more. So these will go... Build an apartment complex for beavers. Okay, I need to visualize this. If I build this here, 1 floor up. Stairs go up, they can go in. Yeah, I'll need triple level. Oh wait, no, I can work with 1 and 2. So I think... I'm not sure if I need triples. I'll go with doubles for now. I say, not explaining my thought process at all. But actually, cone snails, cause my default is always checking Wikipedia because it's just generic info, even if it's not all perfect. But then it gets to medical uses, and that makes me think of the medical use for horseshoe crabs, which I don't know. I imagine it's not the most generically known. Oh yeah. Whatever it is, no problem. Oh yeah. I was just trying to figure out I was gonna set up the apartment complex for the beavers, so you don't need to worry. And then just before, yeah, horseshoe crab blood. How it's used for medicine, but it's like it has a weird harvesting methodology where they don't actually kill the horseshoe crabs, though they might be dooming some or all of them to death because the number that they are able to collect, at least as of a few years ago, was decreasing. Because they collect blood and then they re-release it in deep water. And having less blood means having less blood. I can probably destroy this, I think. It's very interesting. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that it's used for. To test stuff. Though the American horseshoe crab is a vulnerable species. Yeah. Well, I think it's a little better, because it's at least kind of used to test, like, health drugs. It's like, they sap our blood, and then they're at least testing aspirin. They can get rid of their headache. I don't know if aspirin's used for headaches. I don't actually. The only one of those sorts of things that I know is ibuprofen, and aspirin's just a common media anti-inflammatory, reduces pain, fever, and/or inflammation. Okay. Kawasaki disease? What a weird name. Probably named after a person. Named after Tomisaku Kawasaki. Huh. Makes sense. Although, that is one of those concepts that's like, well, not the same, but it's crossed my mind that, like, if it turned out vampires really exist, oops, wrong one. If it turned out vampires existed, I wouldn't begrudge them stealing all my blood. Because it's just living their life. Oh, having a disease named after you. It seems like, oh, well, no. I wouldn't begrudge them in the same sense, like, they're just living their life. They need blood to live. It's like if a bear ate me, I wouldn't really hold it against, I mean, I'd be dead if the bear ate me, but I wouldn't hold it against the bear for eating me. Would I try to stop the bear from eating me, the vampire from consuming my blood? Yes. I don't want to die. But, like, I couldn't hold it against them. But again, I'd be dead, so I couldn't hold it against them anyway. I need more water. Oops, wrong direction. It was just like, I think I could feel bad if an alien kidnapped me just to test medicine. I think I would feel a little bit annoyed by that. Because it's less vital. It's like, they're not, well, they might be desperate. But like, it's not as vital as, you know, eating. I think the first time I played this game, you didn't have to select to put water in here. It just did it automatically because there wasn't all these other liquids. I think this game should go... Oh, whoops, I went too far here. I think this game should go over the top and implement soda. Have highly caffeinated, highly sugar-filled beverages to feed the beavers, and then it rots their teeth and they have to have a dental office. I mean, you're not needed anymore. Just add unnecessary complexity to the game. They crave sugar because I guess carrots have a lot of sugar in them. So you're not supposed to feed rabbits carrots too often? Because there's just too much sugar. I believe. It might not be the too much sugar though. Yeah, they're high in sugar. Which is fun to think about, how so many foods are not actually appropriate. Yes. They should implement the Beaver City Simulation game should implement aggressive capitalism, where the doctors fund the sugary drink companies, and the sugary drink companies ruin the beavers' teeth, so the beavers need to go to the doctor more. Truly a nightmare. Nightmarish effort. What if I can just block this off? Do I have spare beavers? Not really. Yes. Exactly within our comprehension. Very comprehensible. And of our own making. I'd have to unlock the other floodgate version. It's also possible that if I block this off, it'll flood everywhere and ruin everything. I don't know what will happen here if I do that. That'd be a waste. I need this first. I need triples and at least normals, so I need another 100. Though, I do have to say, I don't think a fun beaver game should get into capitalism to that extent. I think that would make it a little bit less fun. I guess I'll build a temporary double lodge here. Yeah. You don't need realistic capitalistic beavers. Because then you'd have to have way too much detail. Wonder what the capitalist beaver like primary vices would be. Would they watch TV? Would they eat sugary junk? Oh wait, I need to destroy the resource. Oh, apples is very believable. Like, like a lot of fruit. Breeding super sweet fruits or super sweet potatoes. I believe root vegetables are eaten or can be eaten by beavers. 60 more. Anyone unemployed? No. Oh. Cinnamon. Though I imagine beavers would behave differently. Like they try to get like exquisitely flavored tree bark. Yeah. I find cinnamon's a very odd flavor. I should turn one of these off for now until I need the water. Turn them both off until I need the water. Like I guess cinnamon's not weird. It's more like cinnamon candy. It's one of the more off-putting foods. Yeah. Nice, I was not looking at the screen properly and that audio sounded like a fire was starting. So I thought that Beaver Town had caught fire. And it actually made me panic for a fraction of a second. Yeah. I do think beavers would be big into, like, drinks. Specific drinks. They really did a good job of making this contaminated water look gross. They did a great job. Oh yeah, I didn't test that. Oh. Ooh. Very, just bread. Bread. Yeah, I think various nut butters. I guess particularly tree nuts. Just, I don't know, aesthetically. What? Tree nuts confuse me. Like, a lot of nuts are tree nuts, but I don't actually know all the various types that qualify as tree nut. Coconut and nutmeg are not considered tree nuts for the purposes of food allergen labeling in Canada. Which is suggesting to me that nutmeg is grown from a tree? I didn't know that. I didn't know how nutmeg grew. Huh. It's a tree nut. Was a seed. Interesting. Cool. Almonds, Brazil nuts, cashews, hazelnuts, macadamia, pecan, pine nuts, pistachios, and walnuts. Cool. I've never eaten a non-peanut nut butter. I imagine they all taste different and probably pretty pleasant. Oh, actually, you mentioned that the source for badwater mentions humans, spelt differently, but they're beavers. So, like, it is maybe a post-apocalypse. I forgot about that, because I clicked this earlier and I read it and then I moved on. But it's a pretty, it casts a grim sight when the beavers are complaining about having to clean up after humans. Which I guess suggests that they evolved after the humans' collapse. And reached the point of being able to have a civilization on this level. Okay, time to build. Okay. Do I want to try to make a fun-looking apartment complex? So the simple start is obviously these face this way. Neither do I. Neither do I. Realistically, what I'm going to end up doing is just placing these like this. I can stack it up several levels. And place the platforms that I need. Put the stairs. Put a triple platform here. Oh, see, I can definitely do that. What I actually do is I just live in a cave. I don't even go far enough for that. Okay, so I do want double platforms. Okay. Like, I don't even go that far. I just find a nice cave to live in, and I will live in a cave. Shoot, how do I do this again? I need platforms at the end for stairs? But I can't do that. I'll leave this for now and I'll figure it out later. Ah, yes. Truly connecting with our roots as cave dwellers. These beavers, they don't have that skill. They can't live in a cave. Because this world doesn't actually have caves. It has pits, but it doesn't have caves you can hide in. It does have pits though, doesn't it? Yeah, there's underground ruins to mine scrap. Yeah. A resource superior to wood. That's what scrap metal is. I've never interacted with that mechanic in this game before, though. Yeah, they did a great job of building a bunch of stuff and then dying and leaving it for the beavers. What? Okay, so I searched cinnamon bark relating to beavers, and the first thing that showed up in the link, the first link that showed up for me was to a website called American Tarantula and Animals. So it's a website with a clear emphasis on tarantulas, but also other animals for some reason. It's very niche. It's very odd. Kind of the best part of the internet, though. Like, the niche parts of the internet are definitely the best. Well, not always, but like, there's such a good, it's kind of the best argument in favor of the internet, I think. Just the very niche, there's no harm in it, it's just very niche information. Wait, I was gonna read about these people. Oh wait, isn't there, yeah. I just have a ton of tabs open from searching stuff, but I was just reminded that there is I mean, I couldn't remember specifics, but then I got a article that's Ubang, the Nigerian community where men and women speak different languages. Like, there's a community where up until a certain age, everyone speaks the same language, and then past a certain age, the men have to speak a different language for some reason. Like, it's very odd. Opposite is construction lacking materials, but I don't have. Yes. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's interesting that it exists. I'd even say, like, there's probably any number of reasons for stuff like that to exist, but even like English, French, etc., having like the languages having gender to words, it's very specific. It doesn't help the language in any way, but it developed that way. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's interesting. Well, I'll even say, I don't imagine there's really an issue with languages having gender. I hate learning it though. I don't remember any of the words. Like in French, le maison, la maison. I don't know. I can't remember which is which. I can't remember if maison, which is house, is masculine or feminine. I learned it. It was probably repeated for several years in school. It just isn't important from an English speaking perspective. Do you mean developing it themselves, or like as a hypothetical creature to think about as if they were more intelligent? Because I think developing it themselves, I can't imagine they'll get further than like a lot of other things. It'd be lower on the list, but as an object to think about, like what would they do, what could they do if they were more intelligent, I think they would definitely be interesting. Like thinking about how colonies of rats would develop, how they might have specific roles to work with. Rat spaceships powered by rats running in wheels. Oh, I'm out of water. Whoops. Forgot to turn these back on. Actually, like giant paddle wheel boats to traverse the Atlantic. Kind of like, paddle boats in general, not just paddle wheel. Paddle boats powered by rats running in wheels. I'm a bit too fixated on rodents running in wheels powering ships. This isn't. Why'd they build this? When I guess because this doesn't require. Okay, it's just logs, that's why. struggle with advanced rat spacecraft because I just picture a giant rat. Yep. Oh, actually, rats taking advantage of other small rodents to power all of their stuff, I think is the type of thing that rats would do. So like, they make use of hamsters. They try to make use of mice, except mice are smarter than them. Cause I don't know, I picture mice as smarter than rats for some reason. I need more wood. Maybe only planting oaks was a problem. Wait, no, I can harvest more trees over here. If I replace this. I don't remember whether you mentioned specifically rats, but you've mentioned that you were thinking about those sorts of things. You probably said rats. No, I think you might have mentioned it was rodents. I don't know if you said it if it was specifically rats or not, though. But yeah, another species of hamsters. Hamsters are funny to me. Such a funny ant. Very hard to picture. Hamsters that actually have long tails. You get hamsters the size of guinea pigs. Actually, they are totally separate, right? And they're rodents as well, but... Oh! Cool. They're in the same family as capybaras. Guinea pigs specifically. Neat. It makes sense. Ooh. A hamster the size of a capybara. That would make a great, like, pet. Not really, but it'd be very fluffy. I'm thinking about that too much, though. Oh wait, I have research. I have no idea how that mechanic works. Grilling is good. I should try to get into that eventually. I'm going to be talking to myself for a moment. Wait, beehives are good, aren't they? Yeah, but that's too much. Oh wait, I wanted water management. Floodgates. Levees? Floodgates? No, I needed double platforms. What level of rat people? I'm wondering, like, very rat-like people? Or it's a specific reference, but there's like, could be like people that are rats. Yeah. I can't think of any examples other than like Skaven, which are I'm not big into Warhammer, like Warhammer Fantasy. There's Skaven that are like rat people that are fairly rat-like. So yeah, more rat head tail as opposed to full rat. But they're shaped like rats, but more rat head and tail. Okay. So yeah, like rat head tail makes sense. That's sort of the distinction that I was thinking would need to be between them. Mm-hmm. So they're more like a proper rat turned into something, as opposed to humans that have partially changed into rats. Now that's high value, but I don't have those resources. Um, Probably gonna need all this stuff. Actually, I should get this. What that needs gears. Like, flying squirrels are cool. Actually, my issue, I struggle to picture flying squirrels properly because flying squirrels make me think of sugar gliders, which are not flying squirrels. But like, flying squirrels are, I don't know. I think flying squirrels are kind of cuter as like, or they seem like they would be more suited to being pets in like in a scenario where it was appropriate. 'Cause, I mean, a sugar glider is not a good pet. A flying squirrel is probably not a good pet in reality. But because squirrels, they're rodents related to hamsters. They have that like hamstery sort of face. The much more. Oh yeah. I mean, sugar gliders are definitely not the most Um, it's only in recent years, well, not even that recent. Like they weren't super um popular is not the right word, but they weren't as frequent of a discussion point until relatively recently. Wait, I can build these on top of houses, can't I? Still haven't made progress there. Like, kind of one of those animals that people keep as pets that they definitely shouldn't keep as pets, is my understanding. Oh yeah, that'd be definitely fun. Still no progress there. Oh. I guess yeah, with the sort of with the wings stretching to the back a bit more, because existing wings aren't. It'd be a lot more to evolve the fingers into wings as opposed to changing from what they would have now, I guess. So they are presumably actually flying squirrels as opposed to quote unquote flying squirrels. I guess quote unquote flying squirrels. Though actually, I would kind of not be against that. Calling them gliding squirrels instead of flying squirrels. Yeah. But did you know, just on the flying slash gliding squirrel topic, did you know about gliding snakes? I believe they sort of make themselves wider. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's absolutely horrifying to picture a snake gliding above you and then falling on you, but supposedly they're not that dangerous. Yeah. It's super cool as like a species. It's like, it's a very interesting adaptation. I need to pause this and figure out what to build. I've just been letting them go. So I wanted that, but I would need a bunch of gear and planks, but I don't have enough planks. No, I can search real quick. Ah, I see a picture of that. I understand what that is. Yeah, that's big. Yeah. Those are some. I've never actually watched those movies, but the monsters are all really cool. Well, are they all? Most of them are really cool. I'm trying to figure out what to think. I should be doing well-being. Water? I mean, I really hope it couldn't. The idea of a cobra gliding is... Could you imagine just walking through the desert and you see a cobra pass by in the air? I think that would make you never want to go anywhere near a desert ever again. Whoa. I'm like, it caught a strong gust of wind from like a sand dune. Sand dunes can get pretty tall. Maybe not tall enough to travel a long distance. Well, I mean, sand dunes are not... Oh, there's a story about somebody falling into a sand dune. But sand dunes aren't really that steep. So I don't think it could travel very far. So, I mean, if you're on a sand dune and a cobra falls at you, it might fall at you anyway. Even if they couldn't glide. Yeah, there was a sand dune in which a kid fell into. And they managed to dig them out and save them. But they just disappeared into a sand dune. And apparently they were like hypothermic. Maybe not. He had an air pocket. Anyway. Yeah, like... well, no. My memory might have been wrong. But like, it could be cold inside because falling enough of a distance, it could be... Like, if you dig deep enough, the earth gets colder until it gets warmer. I could be misremembering it, though. He definitely... Yeah, I don't think he had hypothermia. I think it was just other elements. And I just remembered it wrong. but like because there's a smithsonianmag.com that I'm looking at as I'm letting my beavers beaver away. 'Cause I think like looking at it, the belief is that there were holes in the sand dune under the surface that were covered with sand because it hadn't collapsed. And the holes are caused by like petrified wood and stuff. Like wood and stuff breaking down over time. And then after eventually rotting, there's tunnels, and if someone steps in the wrong place, they just can fall straight down. Which is terrifying. But they also don't necessarily know if that's exactly what caused it, I think. Like there's so many things that you would have to worry about if you worried about everything possible. Oh, I think this is part of why I thought about hypothermia, because this article has doctors said he must have had an air pocket, or that he'd been saved by some version of the mammalian diving reflex, a slowdown of the vital organs in cold water that conserves oxygen. So I must have mixed the reference to the like cold water, you preserve oxygen. I must have mixed that into the falling into a sand dune. But they managed to save them. Oh, I mean, the article states that the boy recalls nothing of the ordeal, which is either good or like very bad, because it's like deep in their psyche. But there's probably a certain line where not remembering is better for a while, and then eventually it's, yeah, there was 6-year-old. I think if I was a 6-year-old and everything was fine, I would definitely remember something like that. This happened in 2013. It looks like. Oh, it looks like it was 2013. Which means they would be like 17 now. I'm not going to try to search for this random person. They were under the sand for 3 hours. Oh. And then with the same search, there's a highlight about a Virginia teenager who died in a sand dune. That's less happy. Yeah. Like, no, yeah, short on air, buried under sand. Definitely not gonna be good for your brain. But still always a case of it could have been worse, so they're probably happy. Their families definitely happy enough with the general ending. But oh, I don't need the showers if I have the Lido. I'll leave the Lido, I won't get it. I'll need this eventually. Oops. Yeah, it's kind of one of those scenarios where you don't really need to worry about it because, well, I mean, most people don't really need to worry about collapsing sand dunes. But it is generally a like subpar. Think about it too much. Analog horror series. I should look this. Okay. Just minor, slight differences. Like different patterns of storms and whatnot. Very slight, but not super noticeable. How am I short on shelter? Did one of them fall asleep outside? Yeah. I mean, it's the type of thing that can be fairly simple. Like, Mars has been changing weirdly. People have noticed slight differences. They don't know why. But there are traces of some weird creatures. And then suddenly weird creatures start showing up on Earth and similar things start changing. And it can communicate just a general unease by doing that sort of thing. Why are they complaining about shelter? Excuse me, sorry. I don't know why they're complaining about shelter. They're beavers. They should be happy. That one's not connected because it needs to be built. Okay, that's fine. That'll connect eventually, and that needs materials. Any more wood, but the wood should come soon. I think space is a fairly... It's a very, I'm not saying easy in the sense of anyone could do it, but it's an easy way to be scary, creepy, unsettling. Yeah, beaver mare up on the stand. Maybe a little bit nervous because, I don't know, they're new to the job. Chewing on the wooden, would you call it a pulpit? I don't know if pulpit's the right word. Nope, pulpit is specifically in Christian churches. So it's not a pulpit. I don't know what to call it then. I guess lectern? Yeah, lectern. Wooden lectern, teeth marks from the slightly anxious beaver who's about to be outed for embezzlement because this is a capitalist beaver society. I guess they aren't actually in need of berries, huh? Well, the solution to the lodging issue is increasing logging, which doesn't really work in spoken word. Lodging and logging, they don't really rhyme, but get to logging if you want some lodging. Just I don't know why I can't remember the word. A propaganda poster that the mayor has them put up. It's telling them if they want their lodging, get to logging. And then people obviously call the mayor out on it. That all the wood is being misappropriated for bridges. I don't know what a beaver would misappropriate wood for other than eating it. But I don't think they just eat entire logs like that. Okay, some of these oak trees really need to grow. They're not far. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking about, like, they might eat a lot more than expected of uh young, like, saplings. Like the young delicious, which I guess would be the tender bits of wood if it's like just grown. It's like they definitely wouldn't, if you chop down an oak tree, they wouldn't eat that. Oh, 14 days till it dies, that's fine. Sometimes I do websites online, I always wonder how much it's made up. Like, what kind of website? I mean, I guess you want to cover all the bases, but like a website about what do beavers eat, and then having what do beavers drink. Like, I don't know. I think beavers tend to drink water because they tend to live in water, but maybe that's just me. It's just a funny... Yeah, it's a 6-day drought already. I've not made enough progress. I don't know. I just think it might be like... Okay, if I search what do beavers, I get what do beavers eat, what do beavers eat for food, what do beavers do, what do beavers eat in Ark, what do beavers build, live in, and make. So it's not like... I don't think people search that. I think people making the web page were like, we gotta cover all the bases, and then didn't really stop to consider that most people probably know what beavers drink. I need to figure out how to improve this setup. I could build a levee, well, not a levee, just a dam. Well, actually, it'd be a levee on the bottom and then a dam on top. Because what I would have done when I played before was I'd build a levee and a dam all the way across here, and then that entire reservoir would stay. Well, I think there's like the only question is some things like some animals get most of their water from the stuff they eat instead of going out of their way to drink. But if the question is still, what does the animal drink? It's pretty much not going to be anything but water. Or I guess blood. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the water that vampire bats need is gotten from the blood that they drink. Like that sort of thing, but it's still not a particularly vital question. Just a beaver with just really sharpened teeth. I have to say, on the topic of vampire creatures, my image in my head was that vampires stuck the teeth in and then consumed blood through the teeth like a straw. But I've learned / inferred that it's more they bite and then drink it through their mouth. But that kind of kills the mystique of the creatures when they drink it normally and not through their teeth like a straw. But pointy buck teeth, those would be on a human. Having really sharp, like, buck teeth in the front, you'd constantly be stabbing your lower lip. It would be incredibly frustrating. I mean, it'd be sort of... I assume most people do this occasionally, but accidentally biting like the inside of your cheek with like your canine teeth is very... It's annoying when it happens. And having like actual fang buck teeth would probably be just as much of an annoyance. Though you wouldn't bite the inside of your lip with them. I haven't made any progress in Beaver Game. They've just been working away. I need to think of what I should be trying to do. One option I should consider is figuring out if I can build like levees around here and make a taller section to store more water. I've never heard that. That seems unpleasant. That doesn't seem fun. Obviously not everything is fun, but it seems pretty annoying to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna try to set up levees. Well, some animals definitely have an advantage for that. Like the various animals that just don't have cheeks or anything. It's probably a good thing for them. But then all the animals that do have cheeks and sharp teeth probably don't have a great time. The word levee is tainted by a song that I don't even know. Well, actually, no, I kind of know it. I think it's a country song. And it's tainted by a brand of cars. I'm gonna build... Can I build on top of that? No, I can't. So I'd have to destroy that, which would need... something? Demolishing this might be a bad idea. Oh, actually, that could be interesting. Sorry, I talk to myself very often. I say that as I do all this, but... Ooh, am I gonna run low on water? Okay, it's good that it's... okay. Yep, that's not working. Should probably plant other food. Set up another warehouse. Set it up for... Huh. So is it just not cooperating? It's kind of probably pretty obnoxious. Well, it's definitely obnoxious. Not having proper, but not cooperating. I don't know. It not working for no reason is kind of... a bad design choice or it just not working. I don't know which is worse. Stairs? What about up there? Guess it probably just... I mean... as big as YouTube is, it's definitely not perfect, so... guess it wouldn't surprise me if there were a bunch of weird issues here and there. So what am I trying to do? I think I want to do that. And then set up levees across... actually, I don't want to build this yet then. I want to not... skip this. Build levees along here, then dams on top so the water can keep flowing. And hopefully it won't cause any flooding. It shouldn't. Yeah. It's such an odd issue to arise. Oh yeah. I can definitely wrap up soon for myself as well. Well, actually, you have been you have been here pretty much since the start, and it has been 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's been a lot longer than it has felt like. Like, it actually has felt like a lot less than that. So yeah, I think I can definitely, for me as well, I should probably stop soon. Like, I don't desperately need to stop. I just think, you know, if you're feeling tired and I'm feeling tired, it's probably ideal to wrap up after this drought day is over. And once this single bush gets destroyed, Yeah, I'll definitely... Like, I'm probably either gonna do this or... during the week I'm gonna probably Thursday I'll try to play another different game maybe. Oh, futons are, I would say, super hit or miss as a surface. But I'm probably gonna play this. I'm probably not gonna play Monster Hunter during the week because if I play it too much, I know this is a bad idea. The moment they go down there and they clear it, the river will flood in. They'll be fine. I also don't know if I can destroy it without bombs. I might need explosives. Yeah, I'll do other stuff on Thursday if you want to stop by. There's bombs. Where is explosives? There it is. It destroys terrain underneath. I might be able to break this. I mean, let's hope that no beaver dies while I do this. Oh, I don't have the planks. So I'm not actually going to be able to... Oh! They broke it. How'd they break it without me seeing? Oh, they were hidden under here. Yeah. Need more levees. Oh, yeah. Like, I think at the latest, I'll be back to the beaver town next Tuesday, but I might do it on Thursday. 'Cause I think it's fun to see the beavers, and I also think it's a good it's very relaxed at this point in time. Now once the badwater tide shows up and every field goes fallow, it'll be a different scenario, but until then, it will be fine. Yeah, the drought's over. They have a lot of stuff to do, and the water is flowing in. Yeah, I'll stop here, because I should... Well, no, realistically, I should sleep soon. In reality, I'll probably sleep in like a few hours, because I'll get distracted by reading something, but... I'll stop here as the healthy water brings life to the land. It died. Yeah. Hopefully I'll see you around, and I hope you have a good evening and you managed to get comfortable on the futon. I'm gonna wait just a second. I want to make sure this doesn't flood everything. Yeah. Once I see that this hasn't flooded, I'll stop it, but I will be otherwise stopping right now. Good, no flood. Sometimes the water seems to behave weirdly sometimes, but it worked out fine, and nothing bad happened. Yeah. Health is brought back to the world. So, see you around. Bye-bye.